Nigerians advised to vote according to their conscience in the coming elections. Ethiopian Orthodox Church criticizes Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed regarding rogue clergy involved in the appointment of bishops without its knowledge. Manchester United set up 1999 Wembley rematch with Newcastle as they ease through their EFL Cup semi-final second leg with Nottingham Forest. This is the MLC TV Global News, reaching you live from the city of Lokoja, the confluent state of Nigeria. I am Joshua Adenoy, thanking you for joining us. President Muhammadu Buhari has urged the Ministry of Finance Incorporated, MOFI, to grow its assets under management from the current value of 18 trillion naira to at least 100 trillion naira by 2033. Buhari gave the charge at the launch of the new MOFI and inauguration of the Governing Council and Board of Directors of the body shortly before the commencement of the Federal Executive Council meeting at the Council Chambers of the State House, Abuja. He said, although MOFI existed before Nigeria's independence in 1960, it was not structured to be governed or well-resourced to deliver on the expected mandate. The president said his administration launched the reform of MOFI to transform it from a registry of investment records to becoming a world-class asset and investment management company. He said MOFI will partner with the federal government to leverage on the nation's investment and asset to support the federal government in delivering on its social and economic mandate. Buhari directed the Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Zainab Ahmed, to commence the process of amending the MOFI Act and other legislations to institutionalize the reform further. In her remarks, Zainab Ahmed thanked the president for his support and approval that has aided the restructuring and repositioning of MOFI. She assured the president that the council members and board would ensure that the new MOFI delivers on its mandate. The Federal Executive Council, FEC, has approved a total sum of 15.57 billion naira for various contracts in the Ministries of Works and Housing, Education and Industry, Trade and Investment. The Minister of Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, alongside his counterparts in the Ministries of Education, Adamu, and Industry, Niyi Adebayo, disclosed to State House correspondents after the council meeting, which was chaired by the President, Muhammadu Buhari, at the Aso Rock Villa, Abuja. Fashola, whose ministry received over 9 billion naira, said the council approved the amount for refund of money spent on federal roads by the Plateau and Borno state governments. According to the former Lagos State Governor, the roads in question were constructed before July 2016 when the federal government halted such interventions. He also revealed that his ministry secured the council's approval to enlist the services of a private sector operator who would work with the federal government to build a central cleansing house for the operation of toll plaza concessionaries under a build operation transfer model of the public-private partnership. He added that the private operator will fund the project, operate it, recover its investment, and eventually transfer back to the government. On politics, prominent religious leaders has advised Nigerians to get their permanent voter cards, PVC, and be ready to vote according to their conscience in the February 25th presidential election. Among them were the Sultan of Sokoto and President General of the Nigerian Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, NSCIA, Sa'ad Abubakar, and the President, Christian Association of Nigeria, Archbishop Daniel Oko. The clerics gave the advice at the 5th Annual Peace Conference and General Assembly of the Interfaith Dialogue Forum for Peace with the theme, Religion and Ethnicity, Safeguarding the 2023 General Elections in Abuja. Sa'ad Abubakar represented by the Director of Administration, NSCIA, Zubairu Usman, called on the people not to be swayed by sentiment, but by their conscience. He enjoined Nigerians to conduct themselves peacefully, go to the polling units on election days and vote with wisdom and according to their conscience. Oko, represented by Most Reverend Benebo Subaramaniel, also said despite the zero-tolerance stance of Khan on the issue of the same-faith presidential ticket, Nigerians should listen to God and vote according to their conscience. The religious leaders urged political actors to stop the plot to manipulate the electoral process. And on crime, Cross River State Commissioner for Women Affairs, Professor Gertrude Nja, has been kidnapped by some gunmen in the heart of Calabar, the state capital. The Commissioner for Information and Orientation, Eric Anderson, confirmed to newsmen in Calabar that Professor Nja was kidnapped at the Maine Avenue, Calabar. Anderson said information gathered from the security operatives has it that they are closing up on the kidnappers as the vehicle of the kidnapped commissioner has been discovered around the south area of Calabar City. We go on a short break. We'll be right back. Remember, February 2023 is the general election where you will have the opportunity to elect a new president, governors, national and state assembly members to pilot the affairs of Nigeria for another 4 years. Visit INEC office to get your PVC, which is your power to elect credible leaders. Say no to electoral violence. Say no to vote buying. Say no to thuggery before, during, and after the elections. This message is brought to you by MLC TV.
As suggested in the motion.
From 31st January to June 31st, 2023, say aye. Aye. Those against say nay, the ayes have it.
Do you know what it takes to lead? Do you understand what is politics? Do you have issues concerning the way we play politics? Do you have reservations about some political mugu? Do you want to serve or be served? Do you want to contest? Do you want to occupy any political office or be in charge of your world? All this and many more are what we discuss right here in the political arena. A program where we trash and arrange, condemn and commend, celebrate and blame all that play out in politics. Do not be told. Join me, Warner Balagogo, every Saturday by 7 p.m. to throw more light on why we play politics the way we do and how we can play it better. Political Arena, building a government of the people and for the people. Don't miss it.
Welcome back. On the foreign scene, former United States Ambassador to the United Nations and two-term governor of South Carolina is reportedly poised to announce she is seeking the 2024 Republican presidential nomination, with a campaign kick-off planned for the 15th February in Charleston, South Carolina. The 51-year-old would become the second major Republican candidate for the presidency after her former boss, Donald Trump, launched his bid in November. Haley would be the third Indian American to seek a presidential nomination. During her time as South Carolina governor, Haley developed a reputation as a business-friendly leader who focused on attracting major companies to the state. The top leadership synod of Ethiopia's Orthodox Church, the largest religious denomination in the country, has threatened to call nationwide rallies to be led by its patriarch, Abuna Matthias. The church has criticized Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed's recent statements regarding rogue clergy involved in the appointment of bishops without his knowledge. Abiy's lengthy remarks, broadcast on national television, came after the church synod excommunicated the breakaway clergy who are from the country's Oromia region. He warned his cabinet members against getting involved in the church's affairs. However, he said both sides have truths. The synod said the Prime Minister's remark disregards its decision, challenged its authority, and gave recognition to an illegitimate power-hungry group. The breakaway clergy accuses the church of maintaining a system of linguistic and cultural hegemony in which the congregation in Oromia are not served in their native language. The church, however, denies the accusation. The synod statement comes amid accusation among the faithful that authorities are supporting the breakaway clergy. It accuses the government of harassing and detaining its senior figures and vows to continue to speak out even if the senior religious leaders have to sacrifice their lives. Next is sports update. Let's join Jonah Malik.
Around sports updates, Manchester United is through their EFL Cup semi-final second leg with Nottingham Forest to book a 1999 Wembley showpiece rematch with Newcastle United. Second half goals from Anthony Martial and Fred ensured victory for Eric Ten Hag's side, even though a place in the final was virtually secured thanks to their 3-0 first leg triumph at the City Ground. Martial marked his return from a 4-match injury absence by driving home his 6th goal of the season after a pass intended for Marcus Rashford deflected back to the French striker 17th minute from time. Within 180 seconds, United had another goal when Bruno Fernandes picked out Marcus Rashford with a brilliant calling crossfield pass, which the England man turned into the path of Fred, who knocked the ball into an empty net from barely a yard with his knee. Still on sports, Barcelona won away at Real Betis to move 8 points clear at the top of La Liga table. Betis goalkeeper Rui Silva made 3 saves to deny Pedri before Rafinha scored from Alejandro Balde's cross. La Liga's top goal scorer Robert Lewandowski hit his 14th league goal of the season to make it 2-0. Betis pulled one back late on through Julius Kounde's own goal, but Barcelona head on for the victory. The result leaves Barcelona on 50 points from 19 matches, with second place Real Madrid on 42 with a game in hand, while Betis are 6th, 19 points behind league leaders Barcelona. Real Madrid will close the gap to Barcelona back to 5 points if they win at home against Valencia on Thursday. Meanwhile, in Germany, João Cancelo made an instant impact on his Bayern Munich debut as they cruised into a German Cup quarter-final with 4-0 win at Mainz. The Portuguese fullback who joined Bayern Munich on loan from Manchester City on Tuesday crossed for Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting's volley opener in 17 minutes. Jamal Musiala drilled home a second soon after, while Lorisane Camp finish made it 3-0 before the break. Alphonso Davies headed home a 4th late on for a dominant Bayern Munich. Mainz Alexander Hack was then dismissed for a lunge on Musiala just minutes after manager Bo Stevenson was sent off for dissent as Bayern Munich ended a run of 3 straight draws for their first win in 2023. And that's sports update on MLC TV News. I am Malik Jonah reporting. Back to Akasta for more stories.
Thanks for the update, Jonah. Let's join Matthias Ayodeji Peter for the latest update in the entertainment world.
On our entertainment news, controversial Nollywood actor Yul Edochie has gotten numerous comments for his role in the new Peter Obi movie. The actor played the titular character, the Labour Party's presidential candidate. As seen in the trailer, Edochie was trying to imitate the voice, dress and mannerism of the presidential candidate. Following the release of this movie's trailer, many people have commented on his role. While many people have applauded the attempt to tell the story of Obi, many have criticized the movie's look and, more importantly, the actor's attempt to sound like him. Nigerian multi-talented artist and producer Fuse has revealed that he will be dropping his debut project, which is an EP titled Fuse Gold, in 2023. In the interview with Dada Boy Ehis, Fuse revealed that there are 3 sides of the EP. He shared that there's a lover boy side, a bad boy side, and a hitmaker side. The award-winning artist further shares that he is relishing the new experiences that comes with being a performing artist. Fuse also revealed that the album is almost ready, and although it doesn't have a release date yet, the album will be dropping in 2023. And that is all on entertainment news today. My name is Matthias Ayodeji Peter, reporting for MLC TV. Back to Acosta for more stories.
Thank you, Matthias. On a sad note, amidst tears, the Nigeria Union of Journalists, NUJ, Kogi State Council, received the remains of late Elder Sam Austin Egu, the state correspondent of the leadership newspaper, at the NUJ Secretariat in Lokoja. The state NUJ chairman, Momo Jimo Adeza, described late Sam Egu as a peaceful man who had passion for the journalism profession.
It's most unfortunate that we have lost him now at the time that we require his services more, because at this stage he's supposed to be mentoring the younger ones. But from God we have all come, and to him we shall return. So who are we to question the authority of the Almighty God? But certainly you are going to miss him dearly. He's a very, very good and great journalist.
He said the deceased will be greatly missed for his commitment and dedication. He prayed that God would continue to comfort his family and give journalists the fortitude to bear the irreparable loss. Speaking about the deceased, Abu Michael and Pastor Gowon Edibo described late Sam Egu as a man who was passionately committed to the journalism profession, pointing out that he practiced without fear or favor and would be remembered for his courage in his reportage.
There's always a beginning of life. There's always a time when it comes to an end. But in between, what you do is what matters. In between, we have seen Sam Egu coming to touch humanity using the journalism profession. So let us strive to uphold the journalism profession, to use it to better the society, so that when we leave, because it is a must that we all must pay the price of death, we will also be remembered for something positive.
He was a very sincere man, a colleague, an elder to all of us. I know him far back when I joined the journalism profession in the year 2001. It's been a shining light to us. And he remained solid to his belief in this job until his passing on. We really miss him. We really miss him.
Elder Sam Egu is a jolly good fellow. He's passionate about his work. In fact, there is no dull moment with him. It's really painful to lose such a person at this time. We need him now more than ever before. But as God will have it, he has called him home. We are pained. We are pained. It's a real blow for us. But I pray the Lord receive his soul.
Late Elder Egu died last week in Lokoja in a brief illness, and journalists gathered at the NUJ Secretariat to pay their last respect to their veteran colleague. President Muhammadu Buhari has commiserated with the families of the founding chairman of the People's Democratic Movement, PDM, late Farouk Abdulaziz, who passed on Wednesday. A statement by the Senior Special Assistant to President Buhari on Media and Publicity, Garuba Shehu, the President condoles the government and people of Kogi State, friends and political associates of the political leader, whose sacrifices and contributions to democracy and development in the country will always be remembered. President Buhari prays that Almighty God will receive his soul and comfort the family. Similarly, Governor Yahya Bello has described the death of the renowned medical practitioner and pharmaceutical manufacturer Dr. Abdulaziz Umar Farouk as a great loss to Ibira land, Kogi State, and Nigeria as a whole. Governor Bello made the remark in Okene during the burial of the remains of the deceased. He described the late medical expert as a man who lived his life for humanity and the service of God. He noted that over the years, he has learnt a lot from his sense of responsibility, firmness, astute leadership style, and good management of human and material resources. According to him, he has accomplished his mission on earth and has returned to his maker, but his obvious love for God, which has been expressed in his good habit, cultivated over time, remains a source of inspiration to all. The governor described Dr. Abdulaziz Umar Farouk as a humble, peace-loving statesman with a legendary commitment to excellence and an earnest desire to do right in all things, a feat that qualified him for leadership at different stages of life. While condoling with the immediate family of the deceased, Governor Bello urged them to accept the death as an inevitable circumstance and prayed for the peaceful repose of the soul of the deceased. Dr. Abdulaziz Umar passed on at the age of 85 on Wednesday and was buried according to the Islamic rites on Thursday. In a condolence message made available to journalists, a business mogul and philanthropist, Khalifa Abdurrahman Okene, said the deceased has made his mark among astute leaders who positively impacted Ibira land and Kogi State. Okene described late Dr. Farouk as a man of great prominence, reputable for saving lives and carrying the burden of others. He said his heart goes to the family, fellow kinsmen, and the people of the state for the irreparable loss, and prayed to God to grant him mercy and rest his soul in peace. With that, we have come to the end of our package for today. Join us tomorrow at this same hour to watch our news as we give you updates on happenings within and across the globe. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Malachite TV. Like and follow our Facebook page, MLC TV, Instagram, MLC TV 2021, Twitter at MLC TV1. For your event coverage, information, contribution, advert and sponsorship, please call any of our numbers displayed on your screen. Join us Friday and Saturday to watch our special programs. It's Malachite TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone. I am Joshua Adenoy, but just before we go, remember that the 2023 general election is here. Ensure you get your permanent voter cards and elect credible leaders that will represent your interest. Please continue to be a brother's keeper to build a united and peaceful society together. Thanks for watching.